Love that song.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Really, really feel good. Everyone needs a feel good song every now and then.
Exactly. This is the song to tell you, like, hey, get up off your ass and get to work. Nothing's gonna happen if you don't make it. But it's it's a very encouraging way to say that.
Yeah,
for sure.
No, that's a good song. Yeah, I love a good horn section too. Just it makes everything better.
This is the band. Basically, this is the band that kind of like got me into funk music.
Interesting. Okay.
Aside from Wolfpack, which I'm sure probably a lot of people know because they're getting giant now.
Yeah.
But aside from them, this was kind of the band that got me into funk music when I first started listening to it. And since I started listening to them, I have been, I believe, according to Spotify, in their top 1% of listeners for the past 3 years.
No kidding. That's a good feeling. It feels like you have like a personal kind of connection with the band whenever that happens.
Exactly. And I've talked about that before on the show, but it's weird when you you start listening to a band and you get really into them and they're small, and then you see them get these small successes, and even though you've never met them, you're like, I'm so proud of these guys. Like they have no clue who the fuck you are, but you're like, you go, guys.
It's a good feeling. Yeah. No, it's you feel proud, and they may not even know your name, but it's it's this connection you have.
Exactly. Yeah, they're from Boston, and they've actually been going for quite a while, releasing independently since I think their first EP came out in 2013.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, they've been around for almost a decade now, and I mean, you really can't go wrong with any of their stuff. But Joy Into the Wild Unknown was their first full-length release, and it has banger after banger on it. It is so good.
Yeah, cool. Okay, so here's this one that I got for you, and I'm making sure there's a space in it this time. This is a rapper actually, and I rearranged my playlist order here because I also had a feel-good one on here, and I thought it was only fitting that they go back to back.
That's something that really gets lost today is the sequencing of songs. You just made me think about that. You changing to have this song come after the first one because you felt like it kind of went with the vibe more.
Yeah.
And I feel like, that just kind of transitions into something, that I've had in the back of my head for a while, which is that I feel like way too many bands don't put enough stock into the the progression of their songs, like the order that they are in the album.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's kind of a lost art, and when you find that, it's like it makes the album 10 times better. Even if the songs were, even if you had the same songs in a different order, an album that is now an 8 might be a 7 or a 6, with different track progression.
It kind of is an art form. That's a good way to put it. I know on the first album we did, the logic behind the order that we had was just I wanted everything to be spaced out. So if there were two soft songs, I didn't want them back to back, but going forward, it's kind of cool to paint a picture like that. And sometimes there's heavy songs that go into heavy songs, and there's softer songs that go into softer songs. But it's fun to play with, and you can get different effects by putting different songs in different places.
Yeah, exactly. Pacing a record is huge, in my opinion. It's almost the same as people talk about pacing in a movie, and they're like, oh, this movie was so slow, or oh, this movie felt like it never let up. It's the exact same thing.
Yeah. So this song, I was going to say Good Times, but that's not correct. It's Good Vibes. And this is a rapper out of Miami, Florida named Ferris, who I actually met a number of years ago, and we had a very interesting conversation about his music.